Live from the campus of Washington and Lee University, this is a Channel 18 Rockbridge News Update.
Good afternoon, I'm Coleman Martinson. You're watching the Rockbridge Report Tuesday Live News Update. City crews have shut off water on Nelson Street between Main and Randolph Streets. They have also shut off the water on Main Street between Nelson and Preston Streets for emergency repair. Make sure to run cold water only until clear. The Dow opened 36 points down this morning. It was weighed down by another slide in Boeing stock. Boeing lost 3% as an increasing number of its 737 MAX 8 jets are being grounded. Airlines in South Korea, China, Japan, Australia, Oman, Germany, France, and the United Kingdom are all grounding flights involving the plane. This all follows the crash of one of Boeing's 757-800 MAX planes crashing in Ethiopia over the weekend, killing all 157 on board. This is the second crash involving the plane. The first crashed in October. The Federal Aviation Administration has yet to ground the planes in the United States, despite many protests. Consumer Reports and 2 flight attendant unions are all calling for airlines such as American and Southwest to ground these planes. Senator Mitt Romney is also calling for the planes to be grounded. He tweeted earlier today asking the FAA to ground the planes out of an abundance of caution for the flying public. An investigation into the most recent crash is ongoing, but has not turned up any answers so far. British lawmakers have rejected Prime Minister's latest compromise plan with the EU. Parliament members voted 391 to 242 on the plan that would tackle border problems following Brexit. The plan would ensure an open border between Northern Ireland, part of the UK, and the Republic of Ireland. CNN Bianca's Nobilo tells us more.
After Brexit Day, this line will effectively become a border between the European Union and the UK. To avoid jeopardising trade and the peace process, both sides say they don't want a hard border here. That's a border where people and goods are stopped and inspected. The agreement that was reached between the UK and Europe in November includes a controversial emergency measure called the backstop to prevent the return of that hard border. Here's how and when it would work. Under the terms of the agreement, the whole of the UK would stay in the European customs territory during a transition period. This would run from Brexit Day until the end of 2020. During that time, a new trade deal would be negotiated, and people and goods could continue to cross the border as they do now. If a trade deal that avoids the need for a hard border hasn't been reached by the end of the transition period, the backstop would then kick in. That means from January 2021, the UK would automatically remain in the European customs territory and would have to comply with existing single market regulations. Now comes the controversial part. The UK Attorney General says once the backstop is activated, the UK could only leave this arrangement with permission from Brussels. The UK could therefore be forced to abide by EU regulations indefinitely, without having any say in shaping them.
Fairfax County Public Schools are facing 3 separate federal lawsuits for failing to properly handle sexual misconduct investigations. One lawsuit involves a girl claiming the school district ignored her complaints of being groped on a band trip. The other 2 involve boys claiming the school district wrongly punished them based on false allegations. The Venezuelan Attorney General says that opposition leader Juan Guaido is under investigation for an alleged attack on the power grid. Guaido is also already under investigation for allegedly investigating violence. Authorities have so far not attempted to detain Guaido. The Department of Justice is investigating claims that parents were paying coaches to help students gain entry to college. This includes falsifying athletic credentials and claiming that the students were being recruited to play sports. In a statement, the NCAA says that the charges brought forth today are troubling and should be a concern for all of higher education. Actress Felicity Huffman and Lori Loughlin are among at least 50 people indicted in the sweeping bribery scandals. Coaches John Venemar, formerly at Stanford, and Jorge Salado, currently at UCLA, were also charged. The Perry McClure High School girls basketball team won the Class 1 state championship on Saturday. The Fighting Blues defeated Surry County 58-45 at Virginia Commonwealth University's Siegel Center in Richmond. This win marks the team's third consecutive state title. That's all for this live Tuesday news update. Make sure you tune in Thursday for Jimmy Johnson's full story on the Perry McClure basketball victory. Thanks for watching.